This new?
Yeah, just. Besides paying the money for it, is there anything else I have to do for an LLC?
Check on Justice on me because he gonna take too long.
What'd you make him do?
I ain't make him do nothing. He probably guessed me.
You went to that play yesterday?
Yeah.
It was decent.
It was nice.
I recognized her face off the show. I was like, I just can't remember what character. I'm like, but her face looks super familiar.
Look, I don't because I don't be watching TV
like it's that's the one dude. You got a minute and a half. That's like the new Cosby show. That's a new good time.
But hello, Justice.
Good afternoon.
Now, when you walk in the room, you're supposed to speak.
I've never understood that rule.
Good afternoon.
Who's supposed to speak? The person that walk in or the people that stuff?
When you walk in, you speak to the room.
Okay. See, this is the thing. My auntie changed the rules every time, depending on what position she in. You feel what I'm saying? She walk in the room, I gotta speak. I walk in the room, I gotta speak. You see what I'm saying?
So when I said that,
oh, you got smacked up.
So when I said that, when I said that in here last time, everyone treated me like I was some crazy Gen Zer, and I was saying I was taught that I would speak when I was spoken to. I would introduce myself, but someone would say hi.
That wasn't the combo because I agree with you. When you walk in the room, you speak. Now, if you already in room with somebody that ain't speaking, I would speak, or you can wait till you're spoken to.
Also, as a millennial, if they getting down on the Gen Z, I got. Yeah, 30 seconds.
You missed the cut by like a year.
30 seconds. I only made the cut bad yet, so shit. 20 seconds.
All right, Justin, get the camera in.
Right, I got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's be real. Life isn't always easy, but one thing remains true. God is good. Even when things don't go as planned, even when the road gets tough, his goodness never wavers. Sometimes we get so caught up in what's next that we forget to pause and recognize how far we've come. And just like the song said, he's been good. That thing you prayed for, you're living in it. That battle you thought would break you, you survived it. That dream you were unsure about, you're walking in it. God's been good and he's not done yet. So today, choose gratitude, choose faith, and keep going. If he did it before, he'll do it again. This is your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It is my favorite day of the week. It is Throwback Thursday. And you know what? In order to know where you're going, you must know where you come from. It's not only Throwback Thursday. We are still in the midst of Black History Month. And I want to shout out once again to Mr. Thomas Green, who sent us some more Black History facts. We got a great show for you today. We have none other than Kiana Barber of WDB Marketing joining us. And of course, we got attorney India Rios coming to talk all things trademark. And you know what? I'm always excited to sit next to do it her way, anyway, however, sunshine, smile, rain. She brings it all, none other than.
It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm super excited to have all of those titles, but I got a few more I'll share with you off air.
I can only imagine. You know what? You just bring the sunshine.
Yeah, whatever. Your hair looks nice.
Thank you. I was going to leave a white line for you, but...
you just changed your mind?
Yeah, that lotion took it out.
Oh, wow. I love the white line because it lets me know where you had to go.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you where we're going. We're going to our great guest. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch. Well, hello, sunshine. We live, so don't you say that's the crazy talk. Oh, you look like you.
No, you know what? I had a review today.
Yes, Adam told me so.
I'm like, I don't need any extra nothing, right?
I guess.
Not from y'all.
I know.
Hey, what's going on, believers? And thank you, Suga. How you doing? You going on set, PD?
You were sorely missed last night.
You know, when I found out last night, I was like, I can't do nothing but what I gotta do.
She was like, I said, listen, it got to be something important. But it worked because there was a lady at the theater who said, do you happen to have any extra tickets? A lady that I see all the time, Flo. And I said, you know what?
Important.
You said nothing but the truth. So Flo used your tickets. And she was excited. And I met Flo at Broadway in Chicago. You know what she does at every opening night? She just pull up to the theater and hope that somebody there will give her a free ticket. And guess what happens? She gets a free ticket every time. So believers listening online, sounds about right. Sounds about. Oh, well, I didn't know everybody was here.
I'm doing good, beautiful. Great seeing you.
Oh, excuse my seat. No, listen, I'm getting all this. I don't know. But that's why you're so blessed. India.
Hello.
We'll take some hugs from you too.
How are you? Hi. Oh my God. I want to smell like this.
You want to smell like this? Yeah, put it out.
Smell like this.
Can I ask you guys what you, the last time she was here, she said here, if I could have her here. Oh, our usual spot.
But you didn't. You just said.
So don't get used to this because it's actually India, and she is not giving it to me, but she is allowing me.
Motion to vacate.
Allowing me to use
I
it.
got time to play immediately. Oh, look at that hat. That's your hat.
Yeah, that's my hat.
I need to get. You gotta give me one of those.
Yeah, I gotta get me one of these.
I should have told you about it.
It smells so good.
Stuff be going so quick. But I had a really good interview. We talked about like just how the company got started. And all this stuff.
Black girl luxury first.
I hadn't done it in a year. He did.
For real?
Yeah.
So
We
that's
talked about like,
perfect.
the history of
Tell me, I'm
how
gonna
we
send
got
it
started.
Black girl luxury first.
Okay.
You already, Marcel?
I just
Well,
want
send
you
it to you because I got me one.
30 seconds.
I just want you to pick me up one, Black Kid.
Hey, listen.
It's always like that.
What?
What you wrote.
What did I wrote?
Repeat
Oh,
which
no,
one?
it's ridiculous.
Okay. So we were talking about having some kind
It's
of fun
ridiculous.
with it a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know what the mic or no?
Oh, I know my locks. You can't see it because of my locks.
We got 15 seconds, Black History.
I'm doing Black History. You do Black History.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Black History?
I got to do
Alright, going in.
Okay, we got no time for stories.
Right, we're gonna do Black History because Mr.
Going in.
Green sent us another. So Black History is 365 days a year, except on leap years. We get an extra day to be blackity black, black, black. Shout out once again to Mr. Thomas R. Green, who sent some great facts about some of our African Americans that help protect the country. Captain Christopher Newman was a fighter pilot who served with the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II. He flew 84 missions, surviving 2 crashes. Newman was born in Mississippi, but grew up in St. Louis. He developed an interest in flying at a young age and spent nearly half his pay on private flying lessons before joining the Army. For his service, Newman received the Distinguished Flying Cross and Air Medal with 8 Oak leaf clusters, including 5 from World War II and a Purple Heart. After leaving the military, he worked as a U.S. postal clerk and later at the Defense Mapping Agency. That's our Black History Fact of the day. We need the Tuskegee Airmen more now than ever.
Oh no, but when I said that yesterday, y'all weren't in.
I didn't say it. The Gen
What
Z
that got to do with it?
But I'm with you where you're right. We need them more now than ever. Listen, coming up next, we're talking to Tamara Farrah.
Yeah, because you know what? Today, February 20th, on this day in Black History in 1927, another one of our notable Black history figures was born. That's Sidney Poitier. He paved the way for so many Black actors in Hollywood. And that makes today a very significant date in Black history. He was the first African-American actor to win an Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in Lilies of the Field.
Yes, well, listen, you got double for your trouble today because we want to make sure that you know all of the great Black history facts. And we're talking to people that are making history now. Coming up next is the owner of WDB Marketing, Kiana Barber, to talk all things WB. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch. Oh, I didn't want that now, Justice.
I do. Can we play her song today?
I didn't want to play now.
She's talking legacy. What song?
Right.
Well, no, we got that
WDB
too.
Legacy.
Oh, yeah, you
Right.
be one of your greatest
WDB Legacy. I didn't remember. I was about to say awards. I was going to mess it up. So
I was ready. I was fast enough.
But WDB is legacy, right?
I was talking about both. Yeah.
But we definitely talking legacy.
I know he like to have his Throwback Thursday. He like his old song.
WDB is what make us
Yeah,
the
we
money.
got
Right?
I don't like that stuff.
We got legacy awards and what to expect, the pitch competition. So all legacy.
Yeah, and you there, you experienced it. That but today.
I see the boss over here telling us what to do. Look, the boss telling us what to do over there.
I've been good. I ain't seen you in a while.
Nah, just a second.
I got you. I couldn't get legacy off the tip of my tongue. You can fade this out, Judge.
Years, you reliable like that? I love to hear.
I think the Justice filled out our form, so we did pre-post interviews too as a part of our meeting. Okay, yeah. So included, you know. And we'll give them a business spotlight for a week. We'll run them a commercial for a week. We'll get them an interview. That's big money right there. So look, we got to ask what's going on. India is the fifth second half. So we're going to come into
That's what I want to be branded as. That's what I want to be.
I hear feedback somewhere, Adam.
I do too.
And right now, Secure Home Automation is offering
one of your devices. I don't know. Yeah.
It was coming. I don't know why it's coming from mine. Somebody was trying to call me. You want me to just turn it off?
We got about a minute and a half.
Let's just move it over. Her phone.
I just come to this side. Somebody did just try to call me, so I'm about to try to put on D in my D&D. You smell good.
Vanguard is black owned.
I smell some type of dove or something.
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chicago Clubhouse.
115. What's going on?
I had
1 minute.
Not anymore.
Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself and go to
vgbstore.com.
You gonna keep eating them?
I'm gonna eat all of them.
We don't just cover imperfections. We reveal the beauty in you.
Y'all so cute.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson. Life can throw you a lot of curveballs.
It's really so crazy that we're here today too, because the topic today is talking about trademark and personal brands.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's up, Mo?
Hey, 30 seconds. What's going on? 30 seconds.
It would be the end at the top.
Right. It wouldn't be lost, but it's very important that I
What's
find it.
India song?
Praise them in advance.
Oh, y'all
It
are
ain't
sick.
on here.
You know, you should pat your head, right?
This it right here.
No, I'm not trying to get myself a confession.
We about to go in. We about to go in. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
What's going on?
Every other week. Twice a month.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on.
What's going on is we have the founder and CEO of WDB Marketing, a good friend of mine, Kiana Barber, who is a powerhouse in marketing, printing, and business development, helping over 5,000 small businesses grow their brands. She is the visionary behind the WDB Legacy Awards Gala, which unites Chicago's top entrepreneurs and has awarded over $50,000 to young business owners. Beyond WDB Marketing, she leads Voice of the Shy and WDB Cares, supporting Black-owned businesses and young entrepreneurs. Today, Kiana returns to the Brunch to discuss the Legacy Awards weekend and the last chance for young entrepreneurs to apply for the pitch competition. Let's give a warm Brunch. Welcome to Kiana Barber.
Excited to be here. Thank you all for having me.
Well, we are always excited to have you here. You got great things in store, but let's jump right into the Legacy Awards weekend, which is a huge celebration of Black excellence. What inspired you guys to create this event, and how has it grown over the years?
Oh, wow. So what inspired us, like you said, we've been working with Black-owned businesses since 2006. I started the business in honor of my brother, Bobby Barber, who lost his life to gun violence. And we started a company in his honor. He had a vision called What's the Business? So after being in business for 10 years, having worked with over, at that point, 5,000 Black-owned businesses, we said, we got an amazing network. We dealing with people like the Marcells and the Tammys that's doing things all across the city. We're dealing with the political figures, the nonprofit. So what if we had something that brought everybody together? So that's literally what the concept of Legacy Awards came from. It was like, how do we unite this power that God has obviously blessed us with? And how do we make sure that they even more successful? We know by meeting each other, by connecting and doing things together, we'll be more successful. So at our 10-year anniversary, which was in 2016, we hosted our very first Legacy Awards weekend. At that point, it was just a gala, just an awards gala. It's grown now to a full weekend, but that was the birth of it. It was really just something that, how do we give back to our community, and also how do we give back to the next generation?
That is amazing. So wait, before we go any further, when is it and how can people get tickets?
I'm glad that you said that. So it's a full weekend now, as I mentioned, March the 14th to the 16th. You can get tickets at legacyawardsweekend.com. That's legacyawardsweekend.com. So it kicks off on that Friday. We have a legacy talk. I'm going to talk about who's coming up, who's going to be speaking there. Awards Gala is that Saturday, and then we closing it out with our takeover brunch at Chemistry.
Oh, nice. Now that's Legacy Awards, plural, with an S.
With an S.
Okay, a legacyawardsweekend.com. Now, if you know, like I know, you want to go get your tickets because this sells out. People be standing outside talking about you got those tickets, trying to scalp them. So you really want to go like today and get your tickets.
So Tammy said, what can people expect from the Legacy Awards weekend?
Well, like you said, it's a full weekend of celebration. So it's about celebrating the Black entrepreneurs, which we know honestly now more than ever. It's important for us to emphasize that our entrepreneurs, the people in our community, we need to be celebrated and supported. But if you're not an entrepreneur, I always let people know you can still come. So that Friday night, we're doing a Legacy Talk Mixer. We're going to have Miss Pinky Cole. I don't know if people know about Slutty Vegan. One of the fastest growing vegan restaurants in the country. She has over $100 million valuation. So we're doing a mixer, come out, meet different people. But she's going to be our signature talk that night, just talking about how does she scale. And of course, I've been in business for 20 years. I ain't got to 100 million. I ain't got close to it yet.
She did it in 20 minutes.
She did it in 8 years. She has 13 restaurants. She's doing community development, and she has $100 million valuation. Wow. So the event that day is all about us connecting. That's the day that you can really network. People like Attorney Rio's going to be there. So entrepreneurs are the people. And then that Saturday is our signature event. That's the one that Tammy said that they be out scalping tickets, the gala. Not only do we celebrate amazing entrepreneurs and community leaders, we have over 15 Black-owned restaurants. that I featured as part of our reception. So we know people love food. So this is a win-win. It's a great experience for our attendees, but it also is a way for us to expose so many amazing Black-owned restaurants.
Yeah.
We've been doing that since 2016. So many of them get great business from it. People be lined up at the door the next day to try their food. So we have a restaurant showcase. We have awards, DJ, live band. So it's a full experience. You want to come dress up. We love to dress up. You want to come take photos. That's what the gala is about. It's about the experience. It's about hearing inspiring stories.
Yeah.
We're honoring Pinky Cole that night, but we also honoring the legendary George Daniels.
Mm.
So we know about him from George's music room.
West Side.
We honoring Treyas Pugh from Sip and Savor, who's I think working on his 7th coffee house.
Yeah.
So we really show people what excellence looks like, but we show it what excellence looks like and actually work in action. These are people that you can go talk to. You can ask them for advice. You can connect with them. And that's what legacy is all about. It's about celebrating. It's about having fun, but it's also about us all growing from it.
Yeah.
You know, that's my main goal. When people will tell you that, yes, I want you to look good, but you ain't got to spend all that money on the dress. Come out. I want you to walk away with $1,000 project with somebody, a $10,000 project.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want you to worry about spending $1,000 on your dress just so you look good. This is about transformation. We make sure that we are intentional about who comes in the room, and everybody who's coming into the room, they want to work with each other. And think about the power that we need. I'm sure y'all talk about this all the time now. What's going on in the government? We need each other more than ever right now.
Well, you know what, that segues the next question as to you, because you've been a very strong advocate in business development for, like you said, over 10 years. So now in this climate, why is it so important that we put spotlights on our own community businesses? And how does that spotlight look in your business? If someone connects with you, what kind of branding should they expect from you?
Oh, we do it all. So at WDB, that's our main company, WDB Marketing. That's the heart of everything that allows us to do what we do. We do everything from brand design. So if you just know you want to start a business, but you don't know what it needs to look like, your logo, your website, we do photography and videography. So everything about your brand and what it needs to look like, which is the first thing that people see. Yeah. We're in a world nowadays, we're in an extremely visual world. What does it look like? What do your ads look like on social media? What does your product look like? Yeah. So we do everything from a visual standpoint. And then we also are a full service printing company. So then we can actually bring it to life. So those pop-up backdrops that you see, the t-shirts, like what Marcel got on right now, we can do fully custom branded apparel for you. We can do your merchandise, your pop-up. So I think I work with everybody who's here right now in their brand. And I always like to let people know, because sometimes people get intimidated. We work with businesses of all sizes. Yes. I know how I was when I got started. I am still a small business. I am technically a small business. So people sometimes think, oh, well, you all too big for us. No, we love to work with somebody with that new idea and make you look like that $1 million brand that you need to look at the beginning. So we work with small businesses, but we also work with those growing brands like the Sip and Savers and the Chicago Urban League. So I love it. You're a small business with a big soul, because WDB is moving. Let's have to steal that. So, all right. My trademark attorney is here to talk to you about that after the show. But listen, what I love about what you guys do is the Young Entrepreneurs Pitch Competition. When I was 15 starting a business, we didn't have grants and pitch competitions and all of that going on. No. But you said you wanted to help some young entrepreneurs. So today is the last day for young entrepreneurs to apply for the pitch competition. What do aspiring business owners need to know before submitting their application, and what will they win? How does it work? Yeah, so at the heart of Legacy, we do a young entrepreneur pitch. So what we're looking for are business owners. You have to have an active business, 25 or younger. So this is us pouring into that next generation. So if they're 25 or younger and they have an active business, they can apply right now to legacyawardsweekend.com. The application, everything is free. So you can nominate someone or you can apply yourself. Today is the deadline. First place is over $25,000 in prizes and cash. I always like to put that caveat out there. But what I love about our package is, yes, you will receive cash, but you'll also receive free printing and marketing support from us. You'll free legal services, accounting services. We just talked about possibly getting them a radio segment. No, it's not possibly. They getting it. Brunch is giving it to them. So everything that they need to really grow and take their business to the next level. And the reason why I did that, Marcel, you always show out. I started at 22. You was 15. So he was a little bit ahead of me. But I think about, honestly, what did young Kiana need? At 22, if I could have had somebody, I've started. But now I got this professional lawyer who's actually helping me and guiding me. I have an accountant that can look over my finances. I have some print credit. Yeah, we want the cash, and you get cash too, but all these other things is really what's going to take their business to the next level. And there's no catches to it. It's free. Today is the deadline. Again, just 25 and younger, and you have to have an active business. So that means a registered business, nonprofit or for-profit. You can apply. The top 3 are going to pitch live Saturday, March 15th. So they pitch live at the gala.
Yeah.
So that's another aspect to it.
And then they get to get in front of that entire audience.
And that's what I was going to say. It's a win as soon as you walk through the door. I always tell people that whether you first, second, or third place, because once you have a room of 800 business owners that see you and hear your vision, they walk away with mentorship. They've gotten jobs. They've gotten scholarships.
And
all
customers.
types of things. And customers.
Yeah.
And customers. We had a young man last year that did credit repair. He walked away with 5 customers.
Wow.
Young boy, 24 years old, Jeremy like Jacob.
That's huge.
But yes,
you have sharp young people applying. I met a few of them, and the Golden Baton Group. My main man, Cecil Wilson,
Miss Aaliyah Stewart, who's an all-star. She was out. They were both winners.
Ava was here.
Yeah,
Ava Dorsey from
been
Ava's
here.
Pet Palace. She was one of our winners.
Aaliyah actually works with the show. She helps us book guests.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, of course.
She's
She's a go-getter.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a blessing to be able to do that. We were just able to almost kind of like be a meeting ground for young talent and nurturing that talent. You know, again, think about Marcel at 15. If somebody saw you and saw that talent and put you in media then and saw your potential. So that's literally what legacy is about. So that's something that our attendees love. You know, you don't have to go through us. Once you meet them, talk to them, mentor them, support them.
I would have been like Pinky Cole by now. If somebody would have grabbed me at 15.
Right? So just quickly, how can people support the event even if they're not attending? Because a lot of people want to pour into young entrepreneurs. So give the sponsorship information, or how can they spread the word as well?
You know, that is amazing. You can spread the word just by pushing the website, legacyawardsweekend.com. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because when we started this event, we didn't know how big it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Very first year, 500. Now we have over 1,200 entrepreneurs come out throughout that entire weekend. And it's now powered by our nonprofit, WDB Cares. And so we're really trying to let people know that this is a fundraiser. So it's an event that we come out and we celebrate, but we need that capital to keep going. So if you go to the website, on the ticketing site, you can donate. You can just donate. Again, we are a official 501c3. We support young entrepreneurs, not just at Legacy, but throughout the year. We host events. We're doing a couple of accelerator programs that'll be free for the community. So if they just want to donate, you can go to legacyawardsweekend.com and you'll find out more information about our nonprofit. But yes, we'd love people to just share. We are still looking for corporate sponsors and just people who want to just pour into. Even if you have a prize for an upcoming young entrepreneur, you can reach out to us.
I love it.
Because you did say prizes and cash. So nothing is getting turned down. Now make sure it's worthy, okay, you guys? Because seriously, we want to make sure that these young entrepreneurs have what they need in order to level up. So this is amazing. Thank you so much, Kiana. You're doing some great things.
Yeah.
You make it look easy, but I know it's not.
It's not.
What?
I'm very sleep deprived right now, but
you look fabulous.
You look good. You look good. Well, legacyawardsweekend.com. You know what? You don't have to wait till the battle is won. You don't have to wait until you're in the top 3 young entrepreneurs on stage. You could praise him in advance for the victory. It's Marvin Sapp. Praise him in advance. Up next is attorney India Rios with Trademark Talk right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Woo! I didn't know where you was going with that.
I got it.
I've been wanting to
I know I was talking to Malcolm.
No, you did.
You did great.
First of all, you did perfect because you got everything out in our time. So I don't. If you have time to sit, with attorney India.
Oh, you gotta stay.
I'm gonna stay.
I need you.
I heard you say down there. I'm talking about what you went there.
Yeah,
So
I need you.
That means he called him like 6 times.
Who?
I get it.
Oh.
What want me to do?
I could have went live.
Can you follow me on your phone and ask him what's up?
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking I was earlier.
What kind of person?
What time you want to start the segment? What time you want to end the song?
A black.
You didn't go.
Yeah.
You got a fuzz?
Like a beer.
That's it.
So that way you can be on that thing
Oh,
on his
yeah,
other
you got
phone.
It's on
He got
10.
nothing.
I wanted to go live, but when he told me to go on stage, backstage.
Need a phone?
Yeah.
India on stream.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
I have feedback.
We're gonna be talking about trademarking your likeness. Yeah, trademarking your likeness.
She's staying with us.
I know, but I was just getting off.
You know how to log into the Instagram?
No, he ain't got to log in. He just got to.
You want one?
Do it got a phone number on it? Internet? It got internet?
I'm aligned with Drizzy.
Yeah.
I wonder how she gonna get it back.
Just so happened to come up.
She over there just talking. I'm talking about this. This hat garb.
Mark Trademark's stage name. Just talking about how he did it
I
earlier.
guess I had to log into my
What's
email.
up, Tanya?
Trademark is
What's up, Magic?
How you doing on that?
Fabio, what's
That'd be the biggest hell ever. That'd make me switch teams right there. Like, now you let this happen to you.
Maybe you might be able to log into the stream.
People do stuff like that.
All right, Jarrell, let's fade this out.
Life is full of uncertainties, but your family's future does not have to be. With life insurance and investments, you can secure your tomorrow
So just
today.
plug the phone in.
If you or anyone you know is uninsured,
I tried to.
uninsured, or you just need a free
Did anybody respond to me about the 2 top of the hour guests on Friday and Monday?
Prepare for
I
retirement.
did. I told
Go ahead and give us a phone call
We need to
at
talk after the show.
815-277-6777.
I don't know why we gotta talk. Just put it in.
You didn't send nobody. You didn't send nobody. You just said.
I didn't send who. I just said.
Right.
I did say.
It's your girl.
So
Right.
tomorrow is
You
state.
have 35 seconds.
And then
And
Monday,
then-
we have
Monday I'll send you all the information.
Or safeguarding an established one.
Steve
I will
was just
guide you through
wondering
every step
what
of
school
the
you
trademark
sent pictures or
process.
something.
Secure
Yeah,
your
that was for
brand's
East
future
Side.
today.
For Eastside, that's
Call
fine.
25.
He still wants you to call him after the show.
455-0711.
I don't want to talk until that stuff is done.
That's
So do it and then I can talk. Right now I'm on mute.
And for a
10
limited
seconds,
time,
y'all.
get $100
Put that hat
off
on,
with
that
the
spicy
promo
on y'all.
code Brunch Club.
Oh, I came in this place to just.
Attorney India Rios to secure the brand and the bag.
It's time for Trademark Talk with attorney India Rios right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Well, of course, it's our favorite day of the week. Attorney India Rios is back in the building talking all things trademark. Welcome back, Attorney India.
Hey, believers. I missed y'all.
Nope, you gotta say entrepreneurs.
No, entrepreneurs. That is how I say it, though.
I know.
You better trademark it.
Yeah, you
Listen,
sure better.
there have been some exciting trademark things in the news. I done sent you a couple of things. I know, seen a few things. What is going on? Let's talk.
Let's talk. It has been a few exciting things going on in the news.
Just a few. You
Just-
must not be watching the news.
Well, I'm talking about trademark.
Oh, okay.
Right.
In trademark news, there have only been a few things
Well,
going
thank God.
on. Big picture news, we all over the place.
Is the administration impacting the trademark arena at all?
No,
Okay, good.
no,
Well, that's one.
no
That's one for
impact.
this side.
Yeah, no impacts on the trademark regime. The USPTO is going strong. You know, they had that rollout of their new fee. They rolled out a new system for registering the applications. They did that on January 18th. Love the new system. Love the new search system. I think that's the first update that they've had, like program-wise, since they launched the
Nice.
electronic version in like 1960 something, 70
anything.
something. Yeah, so this is the first update that they've had, and they really modernized it. It looks really good. It works well.
Oh, good.
It's a little more explanatory than it was before. Still, definitely a technical process,
Okay.
but a easier system to use. The system does more penalties now, though, right?
Oh,
So it's
that's why
like
they made it
the
easier.
application could cost you significantly more. They increased the price from $250 to $350 for all of them, but then there are different things that you can click on in the process that will keep adding like $100.
Oh, like fries. And
Listen, basically, like, oh, you don't want to submit this specimen now? $100 to submit it later. You don't want to do this? $100. So that's kind of like been a thing. But I wanted to talk about something a little bit fun
Okay.
with you guys, right?
You always bring the fun.
And let's talk about taking ownership of personal brands. Before I start talking about this, I feel like it's very important that I let you all know that I am a diehard Drake fan.
Amen.
Okay.
You didn't have to say all that.
I just want you to know when the Super Bowl was on, because we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl a little bit right now, right? When the Super Bowl was on, when it was time for the halftime show, I turned my television off.
I never turned mine on.
Because that is how aligned.
Solidarity.
That's how aligned I am with Drake. Okay, Like, I can't be watching this.
I'm praying for you. Do you like the way he threw that shoe at that drone? Nevertheless, keep going.
You get on my nerves. Anyways, fun fact. Did you know that Kendrick Lamar is a registered trademark?
No.
Just
I
those
would
two words.
imagine.
Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of times when people are thinking about branding, you get so tapped into business branding or third-party branding that you don't think about your own personal brand.
Yeah.
Right? I probably have like 250 trademark clients about last time I counted, right? That I've either registered or we pending or something to that effect. And of those 250, I went through and I looked. I only have two clients who have registered their personal brand. And one of them is sitting with us right here today, Kiana Barber.
Oh,
Right? So Kiana Barber
Smart
was
woman.
forward thinking enough.
I beat Marcel at one thing.
You got me on that one. I was like, I didn't think I needed to, but and it's gonna tell us why.
Yeah, you want to take ownership of that, especially if you sell goods or services under your name, whether that's any form of entertainment, whether that's any form of consulting, like if you're on radio, if you're on television, if you just have a
You're in the
personal
movies.
brand, right? So my second client who has done it is corporate,
Oh.
right? Corporate business. He's the other client who has trademarked his name of sorts, right? His likeness, whatever it is that you're holding yourself out as. But that's something that you should be thinking of. And something that you should be moving towards, especially because you don't want to be in a situation where somebody steals your name or takes your name from you. You ever think about what's love got to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, Ike is like, the name stay home.
Yeah.
The name stay home. You know, Ike really could have registered her name. He gave it to her.
And owned it.
Right?
That's all she wanted, though.
Yeah, that was all she wanted. But had he registered that name on the front end, that wouldn't even been really a matter of discussion.
She wouldn't have been able to keep it.
Now, did she go on to trademark it?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if Tina Turner took ownership of her name.
But another example of that
sure.
was not necessarily.
I'm about to search.
Not necessarily.
So yeah,
I'm about to
the only reason I
search.
say I'm sure because she knew how important that name was.
It was important to her.
It was important to her. And Tina was a worldwide star, so I'm sure those lawyers to protect her. I can only imagine, but we're gonna fact check because they did looking it up.
Well,
But
I can tell you another situation where they did not, and that's Rick Ross. So there was Freeway Rick Ross. Who was his first Rick Ross. And then when Rick Ross came and took his name, the first Rick Ross, tried to bring suit against him, and he didn't win the suit. Rick Ross.
Rick Ross ain't his real name?
No.
Well, I be John Brown.
You didn't know?
See, I just stole somebody's name, John Brown.
My point being that, you know, when you are doing and just being the brand that you are, you don't think about protecting the brand. Just like doctors, they think about healing. They don't think about the business aspect of it. But India is opening up people's eyes to all encompassing. You need to be thinking about everything that has something to do with you and your intellectual property.
Absolutely. And Tina Turner, for sure. Tina Turner owned them as an individual, so I'm sure that they must have passed on to her estate. But she was registered in classes 9, 16, 25, and 41. So we know 25 is clothing. We know 41 is entertainment. We know class 9 is digital downloads, and I believe class 16 is like paper products and materials.
Come on,
Books and things of that nature. So,
you're right. She looking at us. I'm like, what?
We don't know. No, we don't know.
We don't know. You know. But that's interesting because I do have Marcel Action Jackson LLC. So I do business under that name, but now I need to trademark
because
that.
What does our LLC do for us and what doesn't it do for us?
Right. It ain't going to protect that name if somebody want to use it.
It's not. It's not going to give you national ownership of your name. It's not going to give you that. There could be a Action Jackson LLC of Illinois, and there could be one in Florida, and there could be one in Delaware, and all of them could exist at the same time.
And even Iowa.
Yeah. Wyoming, wherever.
Oh, okay.
Well, I said Iowa because Iowa been doing some things in the nation.
Well, that is interesting, Attorney India, that you brought that up. And Kiana got me beat. You know, she got Kiana Barber trademark.
Just one time.
But it makes sense, you know, like Tamara Fair needs to be trademarked. Tamara Fair on the air, you know. the actress, the radio personality. We are out here.
Well, she said merchandising. I'm thinking, yeah, 25. I need that one. I need 41.
Oh, you was writing your numbers
yeah.
down. I thought you was going to play the lottery.
Not the lottery. Well, you got to be in it to win it.
You got to be.
And honestly, as long as I've been doing it, I didn't really think about it until I was getting I had my domain name. So that's the first thing. You want to make sure you get your domain name. I know you have that. Just
take ownership
of it. Yeah. But when I was looking into the public speaking realm and doing things nationally and in my book brand, that's really what made me think about it. We were like brainstorming like what makes sense. Yeah. But anything like you said, public, if you write a book, if you're speaking, if you're a personality, we should just all own our own.
Well, I feel like my India bill is going up now because I got another thing to add to the list of things to do. But it does make sense.
Like,
yeah.
As long as Marcel owed me, I never.
But you know, we own, and I know there's a lot of people listening. You done bought your name domain because we are a radio station of believers, right? So we walk by faith and not by sight. We're not looking at the things. We're looking at things which are not seen. So we're saying we plan on blowing up and being on a global stage. You don't wait till you get there and you can't get it done. You get it done now. And so I was proactive by getting the LLC, Marcel Action Jackson. I own marceljackson.com. I actually use that for all of my email purposes and website. But I didn't think the more I'm out here and the more, and look, I was out last night sitting next to some top producers at ABC. I'm trying to get on TV. You know, I need to have that name trademark.
And you do not want them to take ownership of your name because that can happen to you. So a prime example that I tell people about over and over and over again, and I'm going to keep saying it until I'm blue in the face, right? Is Caesar from Black Ink, right? Caesar of Black Ink. He created that brand, that entire Black Ink brand. That shop existed long before VH1 came along and turned it into a show. He had multiple locations before VH1 came along and turned it into the show. He really spent his whole life as a tattoo artist building up this brand. You go on TV, you're getting this money with VH1 for a couple years. Unbeknownst to him, VH1 trademarked all of that stuff. They trademarked Black Ink. They trademarked Black Ink Chicago. They trademarked all of these Black brand names, right? And then they essentially have been able to kick him off the show and then take it a step further and send him a cease and desist when he thought he was about to open up his own Black Ink.
Yeah.
And they put him in jail.
No, we own this.
Well,
he went to jail.
And he went to jail.
He went through a lot, right? But I try to tell and warn people, like when I see people doing partnerships with the Shade Room and you got a podcast or something that's on there that they doing features of and things of that nature, you need to take ownership of everything that you have before you start partnering with these large brands.
Because they know what to do.
Because they know what to do. And they not saying anything to you. They just getting it done behind the scenes.
So, but we love Action Jackson. Let's get him on. But let's own his name.
That's the whole distract you and then take you down. So that you don't really see what's going on because you're too busy like relishing in the love that they're giving you. And they're like, yeah, we love you. Yeah, did you get that? Did you get that done?
Yeah,
and
so
I don't
get rid of them
and it's not malicious, it's business, right?
That's malicious business though.
I mean, you can call it what you want, you know, but business. I mean, you know what's funny? Business that Kiana and I can be in rooms and we talking business and everybody not a business person, so they don't understand certain business moves, and we'll look at each other like business is business, you know. What can we say? So maliciously, I don't think the intent is there because now my mind is, hey, we got Dream Center Studios podcast. We may need to own some of these brands, but I tell people all the time, like India, you gotta own your stuff. I told a guy that once. He said, "You don't own this website. Y'all here doing this. Y'all here doing that." 6 years later, he's like, "Hey, I was trying to get the website, but it must be a glitch because it say you own it." No, bro, I own it. You never got it, you know. So I went ahead and picked it up to make sure nobody else took it. But what if I was maliciously trying to do that? I wouldn't have been able to give it to them.
One thing you could say on VH1's behalf is this, right? They did invest. They built millions of dollars into that brand.
Yeah.
Right? So initially when they took ownership of it, it may not have been with the malicious intent to exclude him, but it was done with the intent to exclude others. Right? Like, oh, we just want to make sure that nobody else can come along and take it. But
if that was your real intent, then you would have shared it as opposed to dominating it, monopolizing it.
And then it come down to whose lawyer am I?
Yeah.
Right? Whose lawyer am I? Am I VH1's lawyer?
Or am I Caesar's?
Or am I Caesar's lawyer? I'm
'Cause that's
VH1's lawyer. I'm doing what's in my client's best interest.
Exactly.
Is there
Every
any
time.
fight though?
Caesar
Well,
obviously
clearly
never
not.
vote.
Oh no.
So there's no, because he had creative rights to it and he could prove that he did all of that preamble work. Is there no recourse for that?
Registration is really the gold standard for ownership, right? Could he potentially ensue in a form of a trademark battle with them to where he could establish some rights or even have a court award him some type of licensure or something to that effect? Potentially, yes. What something like that is going to cost
versus the reward?
He probably can't afford it. To be honest, a trademark litigation is easily $1 million situation.
Going
into it. Just when it comes down, because everything is about consumer recognition. It's a lot of intensive survey work that goes into it.
That's a great point, Tom.
$1,000 before, millions in litigation.
Wow.
Well, believers, if you're listening and you have any type of brand, if you're one of these young entrepreneurs that's getting ready to come pitch in front of 1,200 people and your brand isn't protected, you need to be calling Attorney India Rios. And how can they reach you, India?
They can reach me at 773-455-0711. Again, that's 773-455-0711.
Well,
so let's go back to what you initially talked about, that his name is a brand. And I'm sure Drake's name is a brand too.
For sure.
So how does that play out? If you're disparaging my brand and I'm a brand too, how does that play out? What did you say?
Nothing.
It doesn't play out.
He's talking about it doesn't play out. It does play out. I'm just playing. No. So, I mean, obviously, Drake could pursue litigation against Kendrick. He is not. He is not pursuing litigation against him for anything. Let's just be clear.
Big person.
Sounds scared to me, but listen. Well, she said these type of battles cost a lot of money. Is it worth? You got to choose your battles wisely, is what I was taught. And so the choice that you have right now, believers, is to call Attorney India Rios, get a consultation. And because you're listening to the Brunch Bunch, I know she's going to offer you a discounted consultation and find out what ways you can protect your brand or your children's brand. Because here's the deal. Everybody is not like Action Jackson that will get the name and save it for you. There are people out here that are maliciously grabbing names to sell them back to you.
Well, that's their business.
And domain real estate is big business.
It's a thing.
It is. Oh, trust me.
Feel free to call me if somebody is cyber squatting, because that's what we call that.
Cyber squatting.
Yeah.
So Tony on Instagram says,
but before we go to Tony on Instagram,
tell folks
we
in
gonna
the
bless
entertainment industry, learn the business of show business, because the business runs the show.
That's it. And we're gonna be saying, I will bless the Lord because we called Attorney India. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch. It is my day. Adam over here writing notes about music, and you kept going.
Y'all about waving to bear down.
We don't got that much time, bro. We got.
I know. We only want.
And Drake is not suing Kendrick. He's suing Universal, or he's suing the music. Yeah, exactly. And he's suing them
like
for a good reason. Like, what he claims is happening. If it is actually happening, yes.
Oh man.
And our mics is on.
It's too much. It's too much.
I don't know. What grounds we can have?
We got no fight that. You can't fight. Who mic was that?
I mean,
I hope y'all did.
You
got me sloppy.
But he would then just be saying that.
What's wrong with you, Craig? That was not. What are you on?
This is happening. Because it is not going to be.
So they double.
It's not supposed to be happening. It's not supposed to be happening. Yeah, it's not
What's wrong with this? All right, come on. Break it in.
Let's go. We going in. 5, 4.
Oh, Tanya said she'll be here before the show is over.
She ain't gonna make it.
Can't see Tammy.
You got 3 minutes. 5, 4.
Oh, they look like he won.
3, 2, 1.
If you are not tuned in to the Brunch Bunch behind the scenes, trust me, you miss a whole lot of action going on in this studio. But I am so excited. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and I posted with
Action Jackson.
Crazy Tammy, who got backup on the way, so we got to hurry up and get this show over with. But listen, Attorney India, you're educating us, and I want you to hone in. This is like Jerry Springer's final thought. I want you to give a final thought to the believers on why they should be reaching out to you about trademarking their brand.
If it's worth promoting, it's worth protecting. You wouldn't build a house on property you don't own. You shouldn't build a brand that you don't own. And you got two choices. Protect it now on the front end or risk losing it later and everything that you've invested in it.
That is it. You know, somebody asked me the other day, did I want to build a house and lease the land? I said, who the heck would do that?
People do that.
But
people lease land for 100 years, and that's a big business too.
Damn it. I would.
Very
I'm
big.
like India. I want to build on the land I own because I don't want my great grandkids in 100 years getting evicted and they can't take the house.
Will be doing.
They can't take the house. So call Attorney India at
773-455-0711. Again, that's 773-455-0711.
And if you're a young entrepreneur, today is the last and final day for you to sign up for the Legacy Awards Young Entrepreneurs Pitch Contest. Where do they go?
You can go to legacyawardsweekend.com. That's legacyawardsweekend.com. And a quick endorsement, Attorney Rios is my lawyer for everything we do too.
Yes.
You in great
hands. That's why you're all protected.
And that's what we love about the Brunch Bunch. We keep it in the family. And you can trust Attorney India. Listen, call her right now. Stop what you're doing. Get your consultation so you can learn how to protect your brand. One more time for the people in the back.
773-455-0711. 773-455-0711.
Well, listen, we are out of time, but we're never out of content. In the spirit of the late, great Reverend Clay Evans, no matter what you're going through today, go home, get in your bed, pull the covers around your shoulders, and go to sleep because angels are watching over you. Tamara Fair on the air. I love you.
Action Jackson, I love you too.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. Up next is AC Green. We get it done all night long right here on Inspiration 1390.
Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate my village. He walks out of the back door. I mean, on the side.
They said no,
Tony, Tanya. You know what it is. You know what it is.
Okay. Have you been to Drake night?
Thanks y'all so much. I hope you got
inspired.
I hope you got informed.
Tuesdays at 5.
It's forever.
It's a whole Drake party every Tuesday.
Thank you. Listen, you guys have not been following.
Oh no, it is.
Jasmine
Oh, it
Crockett.
is.
Please do. When I tell you this,
And
she
it
has
Drake night go up.
I mean, literally. She was on the View this morning. Was that this morning?
Kendrick
Yes,
never have
She
a
was on the
night, not a
View
whole
yesterday
night.
morning. You
Not
go
once
on
a week.
Instagram or
Or
Facebook, and you can see how she rocked it, y'all. And she really
Yeah, that's
has
true.
a lot of
But
good
I think
strategies.
it's
That's what we
changing.
need right now. We don't need any more
I
talk.
think
We need to
Kendrick
actually
is the
start
king of y'all, bro.
Go
I will
follow
say
her
that.
and
The king of
always
Gen
continue
Z
to
is
follow
for
us.
sure.
We love
Okay,
you.
okay, 'cause he
We'll
not
see you
too
tomorrow.
We the Call of Duty generation. They the Fortniters. Kendrick is the king of the Fortnite.
no, we Call of Duty. What are
They
you
the
talking about?